In this world, Beyonders are a group of people who have attained certain powers, and to achieve that one must follow the 22 pathways, a powerful sequence to ascend and grasp the powers of a god. And Beyonders have reached that level. In Tinjin City, a pregnant woman turned into a monster, and a Beyonder arrived to eliminate her. The fight was jaw-dropping, but he ended up dying instead. And his failure led to a catastrophic disaster, to say the least. Then soon after that, a man from Earth transmigrated to the city of the fifth epoch in another world. He found a gun on his desk and a bullet hole in his forehead, blood all around the room, that he couldn't make sense of what had happened. But the memories of this body soon helped him realize he is now inside of someone named Klein in another world. Around that time, someone named Welch and Naya died in their house, and the scene pointed to suicide, but the investigators found a photo of Klein, who was a classmate of the two. An orphan living in Tinjin City with his sister, a graduate skilled in ancient languages like Fasak and Hermes. He had diary entries of events that had taken place. And the last one said strange things were happening. Then, in the Hermes language, it said everyone would die, including him. But before he could figure things out, Klein's sister Melissa woke up. So he quickly hid every blood stains and gun. It felt safer to keep the whole transmigration thing to himself for now, and Melissa went to freshen up. Then Klein began to wonder why the real owner of this body would commit suicide, and why he out of all people got stuck here. He was just living a normal life on Earth. But then Melissa returned with some bread for her supposedly stupid brother, and said she'd be late from school, so she wanted Klein to buy more bread from the market anyways. It felt strange, because if Klein had shot himself, why didn't Melissa hear the gunshot? So thinking about this bizarre world was already too much. And Klein remembered he had done a ritual back home, so maybe doing it again could send him back. But for now, during his free time, Klein did some chores. But noticed someone is following him at the bakery. The graphic design of the world and the Industrial Revolution-like era was just incredible, even though it was clearly a parallel universe. Klein saw that card games were the same as on Earth. They were invented by Gustav, who also invented tarot reading and steamships, so Klein thought maybe he was a transmigrator too. Then a clown gave Klein a jump scare, and he realized the man was still following him. So he quickly tried to escape from his trail and entered a tarot reading tent. Klein was the first customer of the day, so the woman offered to read his future for free. Since it was on the house, Klein agreed, thinking he might as well give a shot with everything going on. The tarot cards were pulled in threes, and Klein wanted to know his present, past, and future. So she pulled the first card for his present, and it was the Fool, the jack of all trades, and a symbol of a new beginning. Then the real reader returned and scolded the fake one for taking her place again. Behind her, the stalker was also coming, so Klein took the chance to run again. Then later on, Klein got ready to repeat the ritual he did on Earth, thinking that since it brought him here, it might also send him back. At first, nothing happened. Then suddenly a surge of pain shot through his head, and the red pillar came out from Ritual Circle that took him into another dimension. Everything was colorless except for red and blue. And those two colors started swirling around him, forming the image of a man and a woman. They were summoned her, and they saw Klein standing above them, like a god. So they assumed he's the ruler of this divine space. But Klein thought there is no shrine here, and one formed instantly, as if this place was responding to his order. Klein realized he could control this place, and created a table for them to sit at. He started to doubt his identity, but for now, he told them to call him the Fool. Meanwhile, in an upside-down world, another man was watching their meeting, but couldn't communicate with them. The girl was fascinated. She had always wanted to be part of a mysterious world like this and become a Beyonder, so she asked Klein how to become one. And Klein told her to ask the man in front of her. He knew that Beyonders did exist, but many people doubted them. To become one, she had to join a church or contact royalty, because Beyonders protect the world at the cost of their own freedom. But the man had 2 sequence potions with him to become powerful like Beyonders, each granting a different power, and Klein realized that the sequence must be referred as levels of power. Then the girl made a deal to purchase one, and asked Klein to organize more meetings in the future. Although more gatherings could expose him, staying connected to this dimension might also help him return to Earth, so Klein agreed. But to keep things safe, they all decided to use tarot-themed codenames like Klein did. But just as they were finished, someone knocked on Klein's door, so he ended the meeting. All three of them returned to their places, and Klein was greeted by police. One of them was the same stalker from before, but now he was acting like a protector. The two were there to ask about Welch and Naya, and the officer had already found the diary Klein tried to hide. He read the part where it said everyone would die, and it would make Klein look suspicious. So he mixed truth and lies in his words, and claimed he remembers nothing after he woke up from a supposed suicide attempt. Dunn Smith suggested Klein to undergo a psychic test, which could be dangerous because it might reveal his memories from Earth. But for now, Klein agreed and followed them. There's suddenly a kid who had stolen bread ran past them and caused a bit of chaos. Klein tried to use the moment to escape. But time itself seemed like it started to rewind, and Weird Series guides him somewhere else. Eventually, he found a carriage to flee in, but the driver took him down a strange path. The driver turned out to be none other than Dunn Smith again, and then Klein woke up from his dream. But even in that place, Smith appeared and began manipulating the surroundings even more. He's clearly a Beyonder, and this time he was with a woman whose calming powers sent Klein deep into his own mind. He saw visions of his parents calling him. But the woman appeared again, trying to read his memories. Seems like the fog in his mind prevented her from seeing everything, and the lady wanted to know what had happened in Welch's house. But nothing came to Klein's mind, so he forced himself to shoot another bullet and head to escape her control. Even she was surprised by Klein's mental strength that he didn't die. That's why she told Smith to be careful with him. Smith still wanted to find the missing notebook from Welch's place to solve the mystery, and knew Klein was connected with it. But they couldn't babysit him forever, so Smith offered Klein the chance to become a Beyonder like him. But right there our episode 1 ends, so stay tuned to watch the next episode recap, and for that subscribe the channel, and hit the bell icon, or you might miss it. Till then, take care.